Have you ever wondered about the most enigmatic beings mentioned in the Bible? These mysterious entities, from heavenly elders to majestic creatures, reveal profound truths that transcend our understanding. Join us on this journey as we delve deep into their stories and significance. Number 1. The 24 Elders. Imagine a heavenly throne room described in Revelation, where John, transported into the realm of divine revelation, witnesses a scene of unparalleled grandeur and cosmic significance. At the very center of this celestial spectacle stand the 24 elders, their figures draped in flowing robes of immaculate white, each adorned with resplendent golden crowns that shimmer in the eternal light of God's presence. Who exactly are these elders, and what profound roles do they play in the unfolding drama that captivates John's senses and unveils the mysteries of the heavenly realms? The identity and purpose of the 24 elders have sparked centuries of theological contemplation and scholarly discourse, yielding diverse interpretations that enrich our understanding of their symbolic significance. Primarily, they are often interpreted as representatives of the redeemed human race, serving as symbolic figures who embody the collective heritage and spiritual journey of believers throughout both the Old and New Testaments. Some theologians suggest they symbolically represent the 12 tribes of Israel and the 12 apostles, thereby encompassing the entirety of God's covenantal relationship with His chosen people across ages. Moreover, beyond their symbolic representation of humanity's redeemed state, the elders are also viewed by some scholars as celestial beings or divine council members, akin to the heavenly court described in ancient Near Eastern religious texts. This perspective highlights their celestial stature and their integral role in the celestial hierarchy, where they stand as witnesses to God's sovereignty and participants in the cosmic order of worship and judgment. Their continuous act of laying down their crowns before the divine throne serves not only as a gesture of utmost reverence, but also as a profound acknowledgement of God's supreme authority over all creation and His unchallenged rule over the affairs of both heaven and earth. Understanding the symbolism of the 24 elders. The imagery of the elders in Revelation not only portrays them as wise and venerable figures, but also emphasizes their participation in worship and divine decision-making. Their white robes symbolize purity and righteousness, while the golden crowns signify victory and authority bestowed upon them by God. While their exact identity remains a subject of scholarly debate, their presence highlights the theme of redemption and the role of believers in the eternal kingdom of God. They are depicted as central figures in the heavenly chorus, joining the four living creatures in perpetual adoration and praise of the Almighty. Role and significance of the 24 elders. Beyond their symbolic representation, the 24 elders play crucial roles in the narrative of Revelation. They serve as intercessors and witnesses, standing before God's throne as a testament to His justice and mercy. Their inclusion in John's vision underscores the continuity between earthly worship and the heavenly realm, where believers are called to share in the glory and rulership alongside Christ. Their presence also reflects the biblical theme of communal worship and unity among believers across time and space. As John witnesses their worshipful gestures and declarations of praise, he invites readers to contemplate the eternal significance of aligning one's life with the divine will and purpose. Number 2. Leviathan, the sea monster. In ancient Hebrew literature, Leviathan emerges as a powerful symbol of chaos and God's ultimate dominion over the forces of nature. Described in poetic language in texts like Job and Psalms, Leviathan embodies the untamed aspects of creation, its unpredictability and vastness that defy human control. The portrayal of Leviathan varies across biblical texts and ancient Near Eastern myths, but its core symbolism remains consistent. It represents the primordial forces of chaos that God subdues to establish order and sovereignty over His creation. Its mention invokes themes of divine triumph and the assurance of God's protective power over His people. Biblical portrayal and symbolism of Leviathan. In Job 41, Leviathan is described with awe-inspiring attributes, including impenetrable scales, fiery breath, and fearsome strength. This depiction serves to highlight God's unmatched power and authority as the Creator who controls even the most formidable creatures of the deep. In Psalm 74 and Isaiah 27, Leviathan is referenced in the context of God's victory over chaos and evil. Its defeat symbolizes God's ability to bring order and peace to a world threatened by disorder and turmoil. The imagery of Leviathan underscores the theological concept of divine justice and the ultimate triumph of good over evil in the cosmic struggle. Number 3. Cherubim, guardians of God's presence. Crafted from olive wood and overlaid with gold, the cherubim stood as guardians in the inner sanctum of the temple. Their role was to symbolize God's presence and holiness among His people, serving as protectors and intermediaries between heaven and earth. Cherubim are often depicted with multiple faces: human, lion, ox, and eagle, symbolizing their diverse attributes and roles as celestial beings. Their wings stretched over the Ark of the Covenant, signifying the divine presence overshadowing the mercy seat where God's glory dwelt. Theological significance of cherubim. The cherubim's presence in biblical narratives, such as Genesis 3 and Exodus 25, underscores their role as guardians of sacred spaces and symbols of divine protection. Their inclusion in the heavenly visions of Ezekiel and Revelation further emphasizes their association with God's throne and the execution of His divine will. As celestial beings with intricate symbolism, cherubim embody the profound mystery of God's transcendence and immanence. They stand as reminders of the sanctity of worship and the reverence due to the Almighty in both earthly and heavenly realms. Number 4. Seraphim, ministers of divine holiness. In Isaiah's vision of the heavenly temple, seraphim are depicted as radiant beings with 6 wings, perpetually declaring God's holiness with the refrain, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty." Their presence near the divine throne emphasizes their role as ministers of divine purity and reverence. The seraphim's multiple wings symbolize their majestic appearance and their readiness to carry out God's commands. They are portrayed as intermediaries between God and humanity, conveying His messages and embodying His transcendent glory. Theological implications of seraphim. The depiction of seraphim in Isaiah 6 highlights their function as celestial beings devoted to worship and adoration of the Almighty. Their proclamation of God's holiness underscores His divine perfection and sovereignty over all creation. While primarily featured in Isaiah's vision, similar angelic beings are referenced in Revelation 4, where they are described as living creatures surrounding God's throne. Their perpetual worship symbolizes the eternal nature of God's glory and His continuous reign over the heavens and the earth. Discovering deeper truths. Exploring these mysterious beings in the Bible reveals profound insights into God's nature and His interactions with humanity. From the venerable elders to the majestic seraphim, each entity symbolizes aspects of divine sovereignty, holiness, and the cosmic order established by God. As we reflect on their roles and symbolism, we are invited to contemplate our own relationship with the Creator and our place within His divine plan. These biblical accounts challenge us to embrace the mystery of faith and to seek deeper understanding of God's eternal truths. If you found this exploration of biblical mysteries intriguing, subscribe to our channel for more in-depth discussions on spirituality, theology, and the enduring relevance of ancient texts. Don't miss out on future episodes that promise to uncover more hidden truths waiting to be discovered.